The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I that the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I RASTA, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Who prepareth a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them. Who anointed I head with no oil. The cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy will follow I all the days of my life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. And of course, we are real. Remember, we have taken sides. We are never neutral, and we have never claimed to be neutral. This is where the truth stands. That's why we keep saying we are the headquarters of the truth, because we have taken sides, the side of the truth. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. And of course, my name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food for the nourishment of the family and beyond. My brother, my sister, this is what we do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, and then we subject that to some good scrutiny. Then we come out with the creme de la creme of all these ideas that we use for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the headquarters of the truth. The Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Without much ado, my brother, my sister, so many interesting things are happening. We have been away for some time now. Spread the message. We are here. Share the broadcast. Hit on the subscription button. And then also on the notification button, so that anytime we come on, you will be notified to watch us. Please share the broadcast, so many more people will see this. Today we have a lot of issues to look at, and I just want you to be part of this whole caboodle. Share the broadcast and let everybody get to know that we are here. My brother, my sister, we are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. You can find us on TikTok. You can also find us on Instagram and, of course, on X. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. We are ready for enquiries too. Wherever the news is, that is where we go. It's all in the interest of God and country. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. One more time, my name Black Rasta, and story number 1. Watch this. Crocodile tears, secret behind Bawumia's apology. Now, it came out that the former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Mahamudu Bawumia, PhD, has apologized to the whole country. What has he apologized for? Why did he apologize? What is the secret behind this apology? Now, this was a man who ran elections and lost. He came back and is now trying to win an election again. Let's listen to this man here called Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and get the import of his message. And when we return, we will look at this issue more seriously. Watch this.
Yeah, research ewie. Ye nimse aban ene ye party ya mfomso. Ya mfomso. Bebre ewo ye governance no mo. Niema wo ho a afise ye beye ya anye. Ye mebi so wo ho a ye ya anka ye hu from the background so a ye enti mejina ha ye nyina ye ka ho bi. Vice President, Ministers, MPs, Board Chairman, Appointees, Yenina, Yayem from so, Pacho, Monfanche and why, Monfanche, Yenina,
Hogwash. Hogwash. My brother, my sister, anytime I hear this man speak, I get angry. Why did it take so long for the apology? Apologies are good, late than never. Is it because they are now looking for power? The big question is, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was asked a long time ago to apologize to the good people of Ghana for misleading us, destroying our economy, and feeding us with nothing but lies. But the gentleman here refused to do it. The arrogance of power. They were in power. Everything was going right for them. In less than 1 year out of power, look at how uncomfortable these idiots have become. Look how uncomfortable this idiot called Bawumia is. My brother, it hurts me so much. This was the guy who collaborated with an old dwarf, a demonic old dwarf, and destroyed this nation with no respect. We beg them to show us some respect. At least, if not even us, the living, they should show the dead some respect. Honor the dead who fought tooth and nail to bring our country where it is. This guy was touted as the economic waste kid of the nation. Adam Smith. He came into the country. Nana Akufo-Addo, for some of us, was the president that would have never been. We were all waiting for him. But he came and showed us that he was nothing but a demonic dwarf. Look how they treated our nation. Bawumia and his boss should be languishing in jail. He has come to apologize. I like a man who apologizes, but I am able to discern whether the apology is truthful or is just bettered out of some falsehood. And that is what Bawumia is doing. Ya yem from so. Ya nyina ya yem from so. And to move find China why? Move find China why? Move find China why? The gap is just the gap. I want the gap. This reminds me of the same old demons that have inhabited Bawumia and his demonic dwarf. My brother, my sister, this is the secret why Bawumia is now running helter-skelter, trying to beg the people of Ghana for imprisoning all of us in debt, saddling us in the most heinous crimes, economic crimes of all time in our country. I don't know why Bawumia is even moving towards any ballot box at this time. You were brought in as the economic whiz kid. You partnered with a certain guy who has run to America, or is he in England, maybe he's even in Afghanistan. A criminal fugitive who is wanted by the nation, my brother, my sister, to answer questions on how they dealt us that very terrible blow. destroying our economy, going helter-skelter, borrowing left, right, and center like some crazy people. Today, we Ghanaians have accepted our fate that we voted these demons into power. Finance minister is on the AWOL. Mr. President is walking. All of a sudden, he has fallen sick. Or is it a stroke he has had? Today, we see Nana Akufo-Addo walking left, right, and center. People have to support him because he's about to fall or break down. And I look at these people and say, you have not seen anything yet. You are demons. You deserve more than just weak legs and weak arms. You deserve cancers of the brain, cancers of the scrotum, cancers of the anus, cancers of everything. Cancers that have no names. My brother, my sister, wait and watch when these demons die. Ghanaians who love dead bodies and funerals, all of a sudden they will gather and start singing their praises, because every idiot who dies in Ghana is all of a sudden a saint. I don't forget what people do to my country. And some Ghanaians approach me and ask, are you the only Ghanaian? Well, I don't know about you, but I know that I'm a Ghanaian. And I care about the nation. I respect the work of our ancestors. Long before Kwame Nkrumah, we had Ndewura Jakpa. We had many more people. We can trace our history all the way back to Tunkaminen in the days of the Ghana Empire. If one demonic dwarf and a fake, idiotic economist can come together and destroy my nation, and I'm angry and I'm talking, and somebody says I'm being insulting, woe unto you. Today, Bawumia comes to stand and tell us that, oh, they made mistakes. Because Mahama came to tell us that, oh, you know, in my tenure of office, I made a lot of mistakes. I need you to forgive me so that when you bring me back, I'll be able to demonstrate realism. So Bawumia is taking a cue from that. When Mahama apologized to us, we could at least see some genuineness in him. A lot of the allegations that were leveled against him fell flat to the ground, including the Airbus issue. Ghanaians were yearning to have him back. Not Nana Akufo-Addo, not Bawumia, not tomorrow, not the day after tomorrow, not forever. Today, Bawumia comes and is talking. Even a 2-year-old can tell that this guy is fake. Is it because Kennedy Japan is giving him a run for his money? So all of a sudden, he wants to come out and start giving us these fake apologies? Can you feel his spirit that this apology is nothing but fake? Can you feel in his spirit that the way he's even talking, he doesn't mean what he's saying? You don't need to be a prophet to see that this is fake. Again, can Bawumia be bold enough to come out and tell other people of Ghana what mistakes he made exactly? Because they are still defending the rot that they did. In the next vein, you come out and tell us, oh, you know what? We made a lot of mistakes and we are not idiots. Tell us specifically, categorically, exactly what you did that you call mistakes. You are still defending e-levy. You guys are still going around defending a dirty cathedral, a hole that has become the most expensive in the history of man and womankind, and even animal kind. What mistakes have you made? Can you elaborate them? The same way you are going around saying things that you call manifesto. Tell us what lies you have told us, what mistakes you have made. Let's look at them and see if you truly know what mistakes you made. A blanket statement like, oh, we have made mistakes. All of us have made mistakes. He's not even ready to accept it. He's giving the cake to everybody, the cake of blame. Assemblyman, everybody. What kind of apology is that? When I saw this apology, I was in Uganda. And I got mad. Who do these people think we are? A bunch of idiots? They can come to us anytime. In fact, shroud us in a certain kind of lie, garnish us in falsehood, and push us out. like cargo that is meant for slavery and take over our land? My brother, my sister, it is time for Ghanaians to reject these people. We have rejected them before. We have rejected them again. We are going to reject them again and again and again and again. I don't know when this party called the NPP is going to come into power again. The arrogance they showed us. Napo's arrogance, the insults he meted out to us Ghanaians, looking down on our mental capacity and capability. My brother, my sister, it is time to let these people know that we are not idiots. It's time to let us know we are not idiots. Play that tape again. Listen to him. Watch his body language. He still thinks he's in the circus. He's cracking a joke. Within him, he wants to laugh because Ghanaians are not a serious people. You can help Ghanaians today, come back tomorrow and just say, I am sorry. Even if you are laughing while saying I'm sorry, Ghanaians would accept you because we are idiots. Play that tape again. Watch his body language.
Yetu abaye ye research ewie. Ye nimse aban ene ye party ye infomso. Ye infomso. Bebre ewo ye governance no mo. Niema wo ho a afise ye beye yanye. Ye may be so wa anka ye hu from the background so ye enti mejina ha ye nyina ye ka ho bi vice president, ministers, MPs, board chairman, appointees ye nyina ya ye from so pacho momfan cheyen why momfan cheyen ye nyina ye ya from so momfan cheyen.
You see, sometimes power teaches us a lot. When you are in power, you think that you are a demigod. A few months ago, we couldn't even approach these people. We couldn't even get them to apologize for the wrongs that they had done us. Today, all of a sudden, Mumfan Chayen, teachers are suffering, masons are suffering, mechanics are suffering. This is not anything different from what he was saying in those days. Repeating the same old hogwash. He sounds to me like a broken record, a tape on replay. Same old things. My brother, my sister, he claims this is an apology. How many people think that these are crocodile tears? How many people think that this guy is on a campaign trail? How many people believe that these people are just hungry for power? And anything they will do to get that power, they will do. How many people think that Bawumia is not serious about this apology? My brother, my sister, is the Blakk pot. A.K.A. Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. When you listen to that so-called apology, the figment of an apology, you realize that he didn't mention his boss, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in it. How many people realized it? He started by mentioning that the vice president made mistakes, then he mentioned other people without the president. You know why? Can you decipher? The president is not running for any office anymore. He is finished. They are those who are looking for office. For that matter, they will need to tell you what you want to hear, so you will bring them back. A guy like this cannot be trusted. He doesn't even believe that the president made mistakes. After all, the president's tenure of office is over. He doesn't need any thumbprint for him to return into office. But they that need it, they will come and tell us what we want to hear so that they will be returned to power. How many think that I am making sense? How many people think that I am making sense? He didn't mention the former president in his apology. Meanwhile, he is trying to apologize for that regime. How can you apologize for that regime without mentioning the president? The president who took decisions that many people said you were against some. But he pushed you aside, and in your own words, you said you were just a mate. Such a coward. Today you come to apologize to us, and you single out the president, push him aside, and put some blame on yourself without even going into detail exactly what you did. Can this apology be genuine? Is he joking with us? Whatever it is, it's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo! Come
Blakk Pot, Kukushonomo.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Remember to share the broadcast, hit on the subscription button, and also on the notification button so that anytime we are on, you would be notified to watch. Remember to share the broadcast. Remember to call all and sundry to gather. This is the headquarters of the truth. And our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. We are live on Facebook, also live on YouTube. Story number 2. And watch this story. Watch this. Kumasi lockdown. Do we really need this? As Asantehemaa goes home, Asantehemaa Nana Konedu Yadom the third is gone at the age of 98. She's gone. She was born somewhere in 1927, and she passed on a few days ago in 2025. Beautiful Queen Mother. Her mother was Nana Efua Kobi II, who was a very powerful Asantehemaa. In fact, she was only 20 years when she gave birth to this woman. She herself, my brother, my sister, was born in 1907, 2 years before Kwame Nkrumah was born. My brother, my sister. And that wonderful woman, the mother of this Asantehemaa who just passed on, my brother, my sister, died at the age of 109. She became, in fact, on record, the longest Ashanti royal in history, longest living. My brother, my sister. Now let us give you a little bit of history. Nana Efua Kobi II, the mother of this Asantehemaa who just passed on, was a very powerful woman. She had 5 children. This one who just left, and the present Asantehene. Asantehene Nana Otumfuo II. Powerful man. Nana Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II. My brother, my sister, now let's delve deeper into this history. Now, Asantehene's father was a carpenter from Besiase, near a village called Eti Matim. He was a carpenter. Many people simply called him Kofi, and others called him Kewo. He was a carpenter. A carpenter who was pulled out of love and married this powerful woman called Nana Efuakobi II. Those of you who know a little bit of Ashanti history, in fact, Nana Efuakobi I was a very dangerous queen mother of Ashanti who could kill at will in order to get her will. Jesus. But let us not make the history complex. Asantehemea's father was a carpenter, like Jesus Christ. Very humble profession. And his mother was a royal who was so powerful. They gave birth to 5 powerful children. Asantehemaa, Nana Otumfuo II was the last one. My brother, my sister. Now listen to this interesting thing. Asantehemea's mother died at the age of 109. Somewhere in 2016 thereabout. And therefore, this one here who just passed on, Nana Konadu Yadum III, was installed Queen Mother or Asantehemaa on the 6th of February. And I'll never forget, in 2017, that's the birthday of Bob Marley. And when she came on, she stayed there all through until 2025 when she passed on. Now let's go into the meat of the story now. Having told you the history. This woman here called Asantehemaa Nana Konadu Yadum III. She lived for 98 solid years. When her mother died, Nana Efuakobi II, there was a curfew in Kumasi. Curfew. Between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m., not a soul was permitted to come out from any part of Kumasi and beyond, not even animals. If animals were caught, they became the property of Manshia. In fact, ghosts were not even permitted to come out. Between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. And interestingly, a lot of businesses were closed when the Queen Mother, who died at the age of 109, went home. Today, her daughter is also gone. At the age of 98, we are told. My brother, my sister, born in 1927, when her mother was a young 20-year-old. She just moved from the teens. My brother, my sister. And it looks like it's even going to be worse in this time. Watch this. It's all over in the news. Manshia orders closure of all schools, banks, offices, etc., etc. in Kumasi for Asantehemaa's burial on Thursday. That is tomorrow, 18 September. Watch it properly. It says what? Closure of all schools, banks, offices, etc., etc. in Kumasi for Asantehemaa's burial on Thursday. Schools will close. Banks are going to close. Offices are going to close because Asantehemaa died at the age of 98. There must be a celebration for her long life. Her mother died at the age of 109. She has to also be, in fact, celebrated, and there was a celebration for her. And the celebration means that every business activity, everything that is economically potent and productive must come to a halt because somebody has died. Because somebody has died, banks must close, offices must close, school children, innocent as they are, must stay at home. In the days of Nana Konadu Yadum III, her mother, when she died, my brother, my sister, there was a curfew from 8 p.m. till 4 a.m. Today, my brother, my sister, is worse. But Manshia has come out to clarify what exactly it is when it's being said that schools, banks, offices, etc., in Kumasi should close down for the period. And this is contained in this report from Ghana Web. It says, Manshia Palace lists essential services exempt from Kumasi curfew during Asantehema's funeral. Let's see what it is. Run it. Now, the Manshia Palace has clarified that selected essential service providers will be exempt from the one-day business closure in Kumasi on Thursday, that's tomorrow, September 18, as the Ashanti Kingdom observes the final burial rites of the late Asantehemaa Nana Konadu Yadum III. In a statement signed by Acting Chief of Staff Nana Ifa Apenteng, the palace announced that banks, pharmacies, underline that, fuel stations, restaurants, and transport operators would continue their operations. Did you see hospitals there? The palace announced that banks, pharmacies, fuel stations, restaurants, and transport operators would continue their operations. And that's not the end. It says utility providers such as Electricity Company of Ghana, Ghana Water Company, as well as emergency and health-related services, including the fire service, ambulance service, and the Ghana Health Service, are also exempt from the directive. So you see that the hospitals in here, dash it. My brother, my sister, why are there exemptions? Why? Why the hospital? Why the fire service? Why the pharmacists and all those? But the rest can close down. I am sure Manshia would say to itself, oh, this is very important. These services are between life and death. And for that matter, they should go on. If you are sick, you have to go to the hospital, the pharmacy. There must be electricity. There must be water. There must be all that. But all other activities, including the banks, they must close. Schools, they must close. And much more. My brother, my sister, do you know how much the nation is going to lose by this directive? A nation that is struggling to stand on its 2 feet. A nation that just came out of a very abysmal regime of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Mahmoud Bawumia. The nation that needs every penny to be able to resurrect from the doldrums and the ashes of economic death is closing down such a big place like Kumasi, the second biggest and most important city in Ghana, because a very important royal has died. If I ever was a royal in Manshia and I died, and even a single school was closed, I'll become a ghost. I'll come and whip all the people, one after the other, from the towns and villages. Anybody who has been responsible for closing a single school because I died, I will whip the hell out of every one of them. What is the importance? They say culture. Some people say, oh, but when the Ghana people are also having their homo war, yes, they also stop noise making. So my question is, what is the definition of noise? Academically, noise is any sound that is not musical to the ear. That is noise. Any sound that the ear dislikes is called noise. That is very subjective. What is noise to you would be music to me. So how do the Ghana people come out and describe this as noise and that as noise? I think generally they stop all forms of sound, be it music, be it noise. Every kind of sound at the time is noise when it comes to homo. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. You can't play music, whether it's gospel music or traditional music or high life, any kind of music is banned at the time. Churches cannot play drums. You can't come out there and be drumming. Any form of music, any form of sound that is generated intentionally by beating something or playing that thing from a certain machine is banned. My brother, my sister. And some people say, well, because this is happening, it's tradition. Let's allow our traditions to go. My brother, traditions have changed. We have to look at some of these traditions. Look, there was a time, any Asantehemaa who died, they had to catch somebody and slaughter the person and bury the person with Asantehemaa because Asantehemaa has died. He can't go home alone. And was say, Obi, in the north, there were kings who also had to be followed anytime they died. Why should a man die and another man would die to follow them? Because they are what? Royal, in the name of tradition. When can we grow out of this? What barbarism is that? Somebody dies because he has died. Another person must also die to accompany them because they are more human than the other humans. Can we grow from that? Even Asantehemaa, Nana Konedu Yadum III, she grew out of tradition. Can I show you something? Can I show you something? Now let me take you to Wikipedia. I ran her dossier a little bit, and you see some interesting things. Now, if you're a royal, you're supposed to be 100% traditional, right? My brother, my sister, today we see some of our kings wearing suit and tie. We see some of our kings kneel down before white popes, white bishops to pour oil on them and pray on them. That is not our tradition, is it? I'm not condemning it. What I'm saying is that things are changing. Things are changing. Nana Konedu Yadum III was born in 1927. She was a very powerful woman, as you can see here. 1927. And she was the Asantehemaa from February 6, 2017, after her mother passed on. In fact, and when you read the story on, we've talked about the mother, we've talked about the younger brother called Otumfuo Nana Osetutu II. Flip the page, you will see more. The point I'm trying to make is this. This pretty woman here, she was not an idol worshiper, like is expected of every royal in the name of tradition. You know what church she belonged to? Flip the page. You know what church she belonged to? Do you know what church she belonged to? My brother, my sister, flip the page. I'll tell you more. Look, flip. She belonged to two very important churches. Two important churches. In 1959, bring back that. In 1959, she was baptized into the Savior Church. 59, just 2 years after independence, and took the Christian name Ruth. In those days, how dare you go and take a name John, Jonathan Admanshire? Hey, you are called what? John. Who's your friend saying? Your John. Who's your friend saying? Your friend Dien. Who's your friend Dien? Ha! She was called Ruth. Christian name. She didn't end there. She was an automatic patron of the Anglican Church. And she worked in all these areas to support the church. She was a Christian. Dash. What point is Blakk Rasta making? As times are going, we change a lot of different things. For me, it is very unproductive for any man to die because another man has died. Therefore, they need people to follow them. For me, it is very unproductive for anybody to die. For a curfew to be put in place because somebody has died. Schools have to close. Whatever. All these things are closing But those that impact you directly, food, open. Electricity, open. Hospital, open. The rest of them that do not impact you directly, you close all of them down. Homo. No noise making. What is productive about the kind of sound that is done at the time? Can we look at the value, economic value? If we're going to continue doing this, my brother, my sister, it's better we stop all our democracy and we go back to the kingship. The kingdoms where people die and follow their kings once the kings die. Where human sacrifices were so rife. Because I don't understand. Anytime there is this kind of thing, then people are confused between tradition and this. When the Queen Mother herself was a Christian. How do Christians bury their dead? Do they have curfews? She had one leg in what? Christianity and one leg in what? Traditional African religion, or what is it? So when this person dies, who decides where they should go? Christian or non-Christian? And I hear Otunfo himself is Christian. So where is the tradition? I'm asking. Are we confused? Or are we playing politics? Somebody goes to Savior Church, Anglican Church, speaks in tongues, reads the Bible, and says that her life is for Jesus Christ. When the person dies, we bring Okonfo-Onotsi to come and play to pour libation. Schools are closed down. What is supposed to be the future of the little children? Closed down. From universities all the way down to kindergartens. Everybody go home and sleep. And when you talk, they say, but it's just for one day. Do you know the value of how much you're going to lose in one day? Somebody will say, oh, but in the developed countries, they also have holidays. And so when they have holidays, in most of the countries that I know, people are at liberty. Private people to go to work. And even on the day, their salaries or their pay, they double, sometimes even triple. Because whilst people are supposed to have holidays, you are out there working. It's not a blanket thing that everybody must, whether you like it or not, go on holiday. They do this. And we don't do that. We chase them for resources every now and then. Are we not making a mockery of ourselves? Asantehemaa has died. Beat the drums. Dance the adwa. Sing the beautiful songs. Do whatever you want to do. But please, let the economy continue to grow. Let people be at liberty to go about their normal whatever. Those who want to come and be part of the thing, let them be free to come and be. Don't force everybody to come and do one thing that is, I don't know. The independence of Ghana comes. They say Independence Day, no work. All schools in Ghana are closed down because of the independence. So people should go and march and what? Celebrate the independence of Ghana. The whole country called Ghana. In recent times, people have been complaining that there are too many holidays. Because anytime there's a holiday, productivity comes to a halt. We live in a country where there are too many holidays. That's how come I loved what Mahama did. When Mahama came into power, he said our independence is important. But every day we go and march, we close down all the schools and all that, and people come and do their own thing, and then we give them holidays on top to go and rest and all that. At the end of the day, it doesn't look like the nation is even moving forward. We are still not understanding what our independence is. The school children, do they understand what their independence is? They only know it's a holiday, they are going to march. Some of them collapse because we don't even care to give them water. Mahama said no. Now, people will not go out there and march. Gradually, another president will come out and say, you know what? Our holidays will be celebrated. But we shall celebrate the holidays over the weekend when we are not going to school, when we are supposed to rest. That's where the real sacrifice is. Where is the sacrifice when I'm supposed to be working? And they say, oh, don't work. Come and march on holiday and go out. There's absolutely no sacrifice. What I'm saying is too deep for some people to understand. I'm supposed to go to farm and work for 5 hours. Then they say some holiday has come. For that matter, I shouldn't go and work. I should go and march instead. I'll go and march for 2 hours or so. And then I go away and they say that, oh, I've come to celebrate independence. Where is the sacrifice? Where is the sacrifice? There's absolutely no sacrifice, because in the schools where the teachers are supposed to be teaching, when they leave the schools and come and march, if they were supposed to work 8 hours in the school, 6 hours in the school, they come and march for 4 hours, 5 hours and go away. What have they lost? Who is the bigger loser? Is the state. So when we have our independence, all those things, let's move them towards the weekends, where we are supposed to rest. When we go out, instead of resting and show our love for our independence, that is where the real sacrifice is. I don't know how many people agree with what I'm saying, but it is what it is. If we continue getting ourselves confused as to whether we are traditionalists or we are Christians or Muslims, and when we die, the family is divided into two. Oh, these people say, oh, this one was a Muslim, this side was this. I don't know. We will end up killing ourselves. Tradition is important. Let those who want to do it, but they must not force people to be part of it if they don't want to be it. No. There shouldn't be a blanket statement anywhere that people who live in this area, everybody must go to bed because somebody has died. The other day, that area at the back there, somebody said somebody had died. Therefore, there will be light off in the Ajua South constituency. Somebody had died. Some chief or something. Some chief who... For that matter, the whole area light out. Everybody must sleep. Hey, are we serious? Let's look at some of these things. It's good to celebrate our tradition. It's good to celebrate our history. But let's do it in such a way that at the end of celebration, it's like a man who is going to get married. He borrows money from all over and goes to have a big celebration. Then he goes back home broke and goes around begging in order to feed himself and his wife. Let's think about this. Let's have a strong national debate on this. Don't force anybody to be part of something that they don't want to be. Especially tradition and beliefs. Is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. CROCODILE, where we speak truth to power. When we come, we have a concluding story. Hey! Hey! Woyo!
Blakk Pot, CROCODILE.
It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. CROCODILE, and here we speak truth to power. All right, so let's pick your minds. Let's see exactly what you have. Send us comments on YouTube and also via Facebook so we can read your mind. Hi, my brother Blakk. Long time. What happened, bro? I traveled to Uganda, went through Kenya, tackle a few things. It was announced here that I will be away, right? All right, man. So get Christ Supremo Jonu says, Lord have mercy. Nasty says, Black Rasta, fire. Fire, yeah. Lord Zinia says, man looking fresh always. Long live Black Rasta. Your fire, no Babylon can quench. Yao Ampofulate says, Black Rasta, my heart is broken for missing out for these few days, watching live from Beijing. Well, we have been on, right? Just that we have not been coming live, but we have been on. For real, right? Okay, so JB Nkambe OTC Medicines says Blackport, Move Fire. Macromeo Fori says, my regards, Professor Blakk. Wale Abdul says Black Rasta, Move Fire. Pete Dom says Crocodile Tears. Ghanaians shouldn't listen to Bawumia. And of course, Awe Basido Douglas says Move Fire. Okay, so we have more comments coming in. My brother, my sister, yes, more comments. And you can send them via Facebook. Let them also come via YouTube. We're going to look at them. No Bab says the economy must not be disrupted over a funeral. Maxine Ahento says, hi, Black Rasta. Please, do you have status forensic audit report on the Washington mission? No, I don't. No Bab says the children even have exams. Oh, gosh. Brian Dankwa. So what No Bab is saying, the children are writing exams. All of a sudden, Asantehemaa has died and the children must go and sleep. Every aspect has come. Factories have closed down. Everything has closed down. The only utilities are opened. Brian Dankwa says, what a backward and primitive lifestyle. How can you develop as a people? Aisha Ibrahim says, I like the demonic dwarf part. No Bab says, I wish they'd use this approach towards Galamsey. Oh, Jesus. Say it again. I didn't want to say that. Meanwhile, the area where Galamsey is worse, my brother, my sister, is in some of these areas. The chiefs are complicit. The same gods that they worship, they allow Galamseyers to poison the water. The gods drink it and die. Then they resurrect them with funerals. Serious funerals. Close down every aspect of business. And if you talk, they say tradition. Let's speak truth to power. If I ever die, I know I'll never die, but if I ever die and anybody decides to close a school or close a bank because Black Rasta has died, you won't sleep that night. My ghost will set the whole number of people on fire, one after the other. Good evening, Black Rasta. I really miss you, sir. Welcome back. We are live. Oyoy. Joe Owuse says, Anthony Obing says, Blackport. Naya Bingi says, are you on radio again? I've always been. I just took a little leave. I am back. Tomorrow I'll be on radio. To God be the glory. Yeah? Don Power says, nice. Godwin Ayachi says, fire. No Bab says, she was 2 years away from 100. 2 years. She's seen life. The little ones are now beginning life. They would have to put their life aside and go out there. Oh my God. Don Power says, nice one, Rasta. And then Nobab says, that's life well lived and should be celebrated. Yes, celebrated. But not closing down schools, closing down the whole whatever. Don Power says, keep it up. Nobab says, I don't think a shutdown is necessary. They should just celebrate her. That's what she is saying. That's Otunfo's last living sibling. Because Otunfo was the last one. He's only 72 years. Only 72 years. Her sister was 27 years older than him. In fact, anyway, JDSGH says, greetings, Blakk. We are live. Oy. Kelly Blakk says, Black Rasta, where have you been to? I have missed you. I've missed you too. Kelly Blakk says, like and share. This is the most credible platform. And JDS says, welcome back, Blakk. More fire. Blakk says, welcome back, sir. Aliu Karim says, Blakk, no serious Ghanaian will take his apologies serious. This was the same person who was on campaign platforms claiming they did better in every sector prior to 2024 election. So what changed? So you see, Bawumia will continue to be that comedian that he is. In fact, any serious economist should never quote Bawumia. He's nowhere near an authority. It's a shame. Derek Dewu says, welcome, Blakk Rasta. Ras Osaje Fuduabil, Tindando, Gomado, Yinzor Bill. He says, welcome back to our dear nation. Godfather, we miss you dearly. I hope you had a safe trip. Keep the flame. Yes, in fact, I came straight from the airport and straight into the studio, so you can feel it in my voice, right? Answer 43 says, welcome back, Blakk, the blessed one, more fire. Aliu Karim says, was Bawumia lying to Ghanaians when he was saying they did better in every sector when he wanted power? It's a question. Answer. Was he lying? Come here. Was he lying? Was Bawumia lying? My brother, my sister, when politicians are looking for power, they can say just anything. Abdulaziz Rahim Ukpejo says, good evening, Blakk Rasta. Ya Odro Nyama says, Al-Kebulan is rising again strongly, Blakk Rasta. I agree with you. Felix Yaboa or Heming says, Bawumia is a liar. When we told them to go for an apology tour, they refused. Confused party. We are not going back to the dark ages. We have seen the light of JDM. And this is Felix Yaboa or Heming. He's angry. He says the dark ages are over. Michael KB Kumsin says, keep speaking sense, Blakk Rasta. We love you. Jerry George says, no apology. Sheila Corte says, give it to them. Fire, Jerry George says, Blakk Rasta, you are making sense. Ibrahim Abdul Rahman says, your hatred against DMB, that's Mahmoud Bawumia, right, can never undo what Allah has destined for him. A stupid fool like you mustn't think you, I think he wanted to say you know it all. Ibrahim Abdul Rahim, I don't hate Bawumia, I hate his lies. If I meet him and he says hi, I will say hi back. He's a nation wrecker. And people like you, I pray for you. I don't want to say things. You say what Allah has destined for him, I cannot undo it. I'm not in a hurry to undo any such thing. Do you know what Allah has destined for him? Hell. That's his destiny. If he continues lying. That is what the Quran says. You are a Muslim, right? By your name, I can assume that you are Muslim. What does the Quran say about liars? Hell. Jahannama. That the liar's place is hell. If Bawumia is the encyclopedia of lies, then he will be vice president in hell. Satan's vice president. Is that hatred? No! We are speaking truth to power. So, my brother, live with it. Suffer with him. When he was on the lying spree, you were jubilating. Now he's apologizing. Crocodile tears. All right, so Noah Tete says, fire, yeah. Abdul KB Kumsin says, keep speaking sense, Blakk Rasta. We love you. Jerry George says, no apology. All right, it looks like we've read these comments already. More comments coming up. All right, you send your comments to you via YouTube and also via Facebook, and we'll read them. Benazu says, tell me more. Azemeti Innocent says, fire, yeah. Omenka or Renefo. I so much love you. When I was in Ghana, I never joked with your show. I'm here in Anambra State, Niger, watching. Thank you so much, Omenka. Love and respect. Alfredo says, Blakk Rasta, you are many times so good. Watching you live from NKC, that's Nadoli Kalio constituency, Upper West region. And we are right here in Accra, in the heat of the whole melee, coming to you live from our studios, right here at Black Empire Media. Godwin Mawuduji Agbemafle says, more fire. Nuhu Iliak says, no scam, na scam. He says, na scam. Conscious Agbenemu. Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu. Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu says, welcome back, my guru. Ready, we're ready. And of course, Sheila Corte says, Nu Iliak, we know them. And Benazu says, welcome. All right? More comments coming in. Shatta on good says Ghana first. Stephen Nate says, please share, share, share. Joseph Nate says, I'm watching you live from Sunyani. Blakk, Moor Fire. Kambadi Samson, long time no see. Says, in fact, there's something that I'm observing. It seems the northern side of Ghana, our people always neglect their own people. And it's one of the reasons there's no major development in the area like factories. Because we ourselves are so tribalistic. When the truth is here, we run away from it and go the other side, thinking that that is love. How can you have factories when the man who is supposed to be giving you the factories is going around lying? He's going around stealing. You support him because he belongs to your religion. You all go and pray together. You all go to the same church. How can you have factories? They will use it to build a hole. They will build a hole for frogs and lizards. Pete Don says, please, who is that short man you are talking about? Sean Street Storm says, king of the truth. Bless up, champ. And Stephen Mauna says, fire, yeah. Kambadi Samson says, I'm very sad for our future because I wonder why both parties neglected the great Kantanka group of companies. The man went with many without sharing to his nation, all because of confused leaders. I wish I could deal with these fake politicians and their fake tears. Pete Don says, if Bawumia ever had a chance to become Ghana president, great people of Ghana will suffer. Dollar will be 20 cedis. Hey, 20 cedis is too close, my brother. 20 cedis? That's too close. Wale Abdul says, Blakk, Moor Fire. TCJJ, the Nkrumah says, Wayoy, Kukushonamo. All right. More comments coming in. Yeah, man, we appreciate your comments. Dalla Amin says, Blakk Rasta always speaking truth to power. Nothing but the hard truth. Keep it up. Blakk, we are solidly behind you. Farouk Dech says, respect Blakk. Now I can't get you because of the time difference. I really missed your shows. Thanks for the amazing show. Oh, you can get us at the same time? So just make sure you hit on us. You get it? Nene Otisco says, these people, Blakk. Yao Unpopulate says, why is he apologizing to Ghanaian people now? After we are getting comfortable with good governance. We don't need any apology. Blakk, make it clear to him once again. And Kambadi something says, Professor Blakk, keep the fire in. Keep the fire burning. Yes, we'll soon honor you a visit at your office. May Jah protect you from Mother Ghana. Amen. Clement Jackal is smiling and clapping. Azemeti Innocent says, more fire. Booyah. JB Nkambe OTC Mercy says, Blackport. Kukusho. Yes. And then I think we have read these messages already. All right. Yes, we've read these ones already. My brother, my sister, Pat Awo says, greetings, Blakk Rasta. Pat, how are you doing? Michael Anani says, Blakk Rasta, what problem do you have with the apology? I think I mentioned it. I like you, but this your narration in relation to Bawumia's apology, master is below the belt. You are not making anything good of it. An apology is an apology. It's a sign of a person who is wise and humble. You even refer to President Mohammed's own, and you are here condemning someone rendering an apology. Please, let's have some good conversation, Blakk. Okay, Michael Anani. Listen, I've explained it, but I'm going to go through it in just a few seconds. Watch this. He took out the king of all the fraud, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Listen to that apology. And I told you why. Nana Addo is dead and gone. He's struggling with his health right now. So well deserved. So well deserved. Me, I don't feel sorry for wicked people when they are suffering. Never. Nah. Yes, I don't. If they fail, my brother, my sister, to repent, and they continue in their wickedness, when they continue to harvest fruits of their wickedness, I have no sympathy for them. My brother, look at African leaders who came and killed, robbed, and when they died, Because we are a funeral-loving people, some people still went out to celebrate them. All in the name of some religion, in the name of some tradition. No. We need to let them know that they are not welcome in our world of sympathy. The living will learn. If everybody knows that they can do anything stupid and when they die, they'll be celebrated, why would they change and do good things? He took out Bawumia, I beg your pardon, Nana Addo, and is talking about other people because they are relevant in politics right now. Did you get that part? If you play back that tape, you will hear it. And I'm talking about the body language. Sometimes it doesn't matter what you say to somebody, but how you say it. Yamin Shrao. Medase. Oh, Yamin Shrao. Medase. Oh, I can't mate. Oh, I can't mate. They are two different things. It doesn't matter what you say. What matters is how you say it. Sometimes the fake person that you are, your body language would even betray you. That is what is happening to Bawumia. I've made him know straight away that I'm not his fan. I used to be. I went to his house, sat down with him and his wife. We had a good conversation. Everything was nice. Supported them to come into power. We followed them around to push them into everything. Maybe some of you were still in the village there drinking cocoa. Push them. Now when they come and they're not delivering, you want us to continue following them like sheep? We give it to them. Bam! Mama went out there, suffered so much, came back, and he was telling us how he had regretted. Nobody pushed him to apologize. Nobody pushed him. When they were asking them to go on the apology tour and beg people, big party leaders were talking to Bawumia and the rest, they said no. They had done the best for the nation. They are now realizing it. 8-9 months out of power, all of a sudden they are feeling the crunch and they want your votes back. So they are apologizing. If you can't feel the crocodile tears, I can feel it. You understand? Okay. So Asana Majid says, ha ha ha, wipe them. And Yawan Populate says, Michael Anani, he's apologizing for spending our taxpayers' money. Manya, just to retain that hardship government and steal from mother Ghana again. Think. Kamadini Moro says, Wayo. All right? Joseph Latte says, Blakk, please, fire the Asantes for their misbehavior. It's not only Asantes, all of us. All of us, my brother. All of us. We need to look into our culture. Those that are outmoded, let them go. I said, in some cultures in Ghana, Asante included, Northern included, when chiefs and kings died, human beings were slaughtered to follow them. When I was first going to Kumasi to go to school, can I tell you something? Kumasi to go to school. You know what? I was told by the family that when you go, be careful. When you hear that Asantehemaa is dead, stay at home. They'll be looking for people to cut off their head. And people from the south, when they were also going to the north, they were told the same thing. And it was true. Do you know why when the Asantehemaa dies, they don't announce it immediately? Because when they announce, and to Wusanwa, a between a chewia, announces say, Nana, I can't share by a can't those heavy sheet, chewtia, Kokro Eque, Yasantua, now only Nanako. The same thing that is done in the north and some other parts of Africa. We must look into that. No human being deserves to die because some very important VIP has died. No. Tom Paul says we are not confused, but we are hypocrites, my brother. In fact, we have spoken my mind today. God bless you. Hey! Tom Paul says, sure. All right. It is what it is. Many more comments are coming in. Tom Poe says, my brother Blakk, I thank you so much for talking my mind for me. This decision of my Asante Kingdom by killing our own economy with our Queen's funeral. God bless you, my brother. But be careful, or else Asante people there. Kwame Adom says, Bawumia's attitude is like Kwekwa Nancy. Kwekwa Nancy. Kwekwa Nancy. Kwekwa Nancy. Then Sabe say 20. The way Piantra, no, or the way Adefe. Pamela GH says, and also I need your help. I want to talk to Udemaya. Can you please help me out? Please, I need your help. Please go to Udemaya's page. He's a very nice guy. Just write a note that you want to talk to him. He will hit at you. You don't need anybody to take you to him, yeah? King Ras Abogo says, Blakk Rasta keep giving us good stories. Watching you live in the Upper East Bolga at Hotel Amodase. Anytime you come to the Upper East, don't forget to pass by. I will be there. Come and sleep there. You have fans in your room, eh? I will come. Pamela GH says, good evening, Blakk Rasta. Trust you are good. Blakk, do these traditions still exist? I say, no, be Tom Poe says, we are not confused, but we are hypocrites. I think we read that. Prince Sule says, good evening, big bro. Watching you live inside Prince Fashion House in Wa. Keep up the good work. Blessed. Blakk Bingi the Italy says, welcome forward, King More Fire. Tom Poe says, in the UK here, it wasn't a holiday in the day of the Queen's funeral. Tom Poe, tell me more. Hey, the whole Queen died and there was no holiday, let alone closing down beer bars, bars, and Nina. Are you sure? Be careful what you are saying. No. Be very careful. Hey, the Queen died and African leaders came all the way from Africa. They were put in one bus and driven all over the place. Are you sure there was no holiday? But there was a holiday in Africa. There were some Ganchis who even were begging that the Queen should invite them for the funeral for them to go pour libation. No, Tom Poe, I don't believe this. There was a holiday and schools were closed down. Osman Ibrahim says, Amu of fire. All right. Well, it is what it is. Okay? Well, send more comments in and we'll make sure that we pick them. Let's take the final story. Remember to hit on the subscription button. Hit also on the notification so that when we are on anytime, you will be notified to watch. And please hit on the share button so many more people can see this. For some time now, we have been all over the place because you agreed to subscribe, hit on the notification button, and to share. The more you share, the more you are doing the nation some good. Because you know we will never sell out. Yes, we will never sell out. Hit on the share button. Talk to some other people. You will never subscribe this to somebody. You will never recommend this to somebody. And then they will come back and say they are disappointed. No. If they are lovers of the truth, they will hear the truth. Story number 3, Kaya Jeme. Watch this. Big secret. Haruna Iddrisu rejects Bawku Bulletproof. Hey. So Bawku has Bulletproof. My brother. Now the Bawku area is so volatile. My own people are fighting. Mamprusi, Kusasi. The names ending in C is not by chance. They are brothers and sisters from the same loins. But because of land and a little disagreement, they are shooting down each other, like in Kosovo, Guantanamo Bay. It's worse than Ukraine and Russia. They are showing bulletproof all over the place. Spiritual bulletproof. There was a policeman who told me there was a guy who committed a certain crime in the area. I want to withhold that crime. And they were chasing this guy. All of a sudden, he pulled out a gun, sophisticated gun, and started firing at the police. 1 or 2 policemen went down. But one of the most experienced policemen tracked this guy. And when he felt that the police were not following him anymore, he came down from whatever motorbike he was riding, whatever he wanted to do. And this policeman opened fire on him. This guy stood there, was urinating. Policeman was at his back. The guy didn't stop urinating. He was still urinating and turned back to look at the police, as if to tell the police, when the policeman realized he had fired bullets at this guy, and he was not going down, and the way he turned to look at him, he dropped his gun. And these are stories we hear in Bawku. The people don't need bulletproof. They can't even get the bulletproof. But they need the guns. They have spiritual bulletproof, but it doesn't look like they have spiritual guns. Is that why Haruna Iddrisu does not need a bulletproof? Because in the area, it's spiritual bulletproof. Pow, pow, pow. Bugum festival comes. Even 5-year-olds and 10-year-olds are on the streets. 11-year-olds, 15-year-olds, they test guns on each other. Who has ever attended Bugum festival in the north? They don't need bulletproof. They have something they wear, they call it Blakk. I know you can't pronounce it. Blakk. It's a spiritual bulletproof. Some too wear a little amulet here. Some wear it around their waist. Some just put it in their pocket. According to what they believe in, you will fire and fire. I have seen it as a little boy growing up. We will stand in front of our houses with our parents standing by us. Don't go enjoy, no, just stand here. And you hear guns, pa, 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 firing at each other. Nobody's dying. Is that what Haruna Iddrisu has? Listen to Haruna Iddrisu. He has a story for you. He went to Bawku. And something happened in Bawku. He says he knows this will bring a problem, but he will still say it. Run it. Watch this.
I know what I'm coming to say will send some ripples somewhere. I was given a bulletproof jacket to wear. Did you hear that? When I arrived, I'm sure my bodyguard is wearing it somewhere. I was given a bulletproof jacket to wear. I declined to wear it, not because I don't value or cherish my life, because I value yours too. But more importantly, it was to send a signal that bulletproof doesn't belong to an academic learning environment. It does not. Today, tomorrow, and forever, we should not encourage even the mere presence of police and military on this learning environment is wrong enough. It does not provide for a conducive learning atmosphere and environment that you need.
You heard him clear. Haruna Iddrisu said he went to Bawku. And he decided to take a little bit of a tour in some of the schools in the area. Some were closed down, not for the sake of funerals, but for the sake of violence. In Ghana, schools are closed down. 1, funerals. 2, violence. 3, student strikes. And 4, inadequate food in the schools. All these reasons can cause a school to be closed down. My brother, my sister, when you go to America, you go to England, Japan, it's very hard for schools to be closed down. Very hard. Most of the time, if a school has to be closed down, the only reason amongst these reasons I gave might just be some student strikes. But it is rare. After several years of independence, we are still closing schools because a certain man or woman has died. We are closing schools because brothers are killing each other. We are closing schools because of some reason we can't even put out. Tribalism. He said he went. They gave him a bulletproof. You heard him. And he decided not to wear it. I was in Uganda when I heard this. And a few people said, have you heard your man? Why doesn't he tell them that he has the natural one? Therefore, he doesn't need this. I don't want to eat into that. He's made sense, and that is what is more important to me. Haruna Iddrisu says, his life is not more important than the lives of the school children. He will feel good wearing that bulletproof and going to students who are wearing nothing but shirts over hungry stomachs and fearful hearts. That's what Haruna Iddrisu says. Whether he has a spiritual bulletproof because he was born in 1970, 4 years ahead of me. 4 years ahead of me in Tamale. And he comes from an area where Bugum Festival has taken over the whole area when it comes to, what's that word? The notoriety of juju and spiritual power exhibition. When it comes to Bugum Festival, people use knives on each other. That's why recently it was banned. When I was growing up, they would use it. There would not be a single person who would be hurt. Shoot at each other. Use spears on each other. No penetration. But these days, the fakes are in the system. It's a dangerous festival. That is also tradition. Should we continue it? Every year, people should go with guns and test that on each other. Then the following day, we write RIP. She should use knives and spears on each other in the name of tradition. Because in those days, it was the warriors who were going out to do that, and they came from a certain clan, kind of. But today, everybody is a warrior. You go and some malam deceives you and writes 4 verses for you to drink, or some guru bansere. He says, okay, about you. Look at the armed robbers who have been arrested in Ghana. A lot of them have bansiri around their waist. So those people who are saying that Haruna Iddrisu should speak the truth, he has some bansiri around his waist or something like people from the north, I think that this is tribalism. It's tribalism. Not everybody from the north has bansiri. Not everybody from the north has guru. My brother, my sister, Haruna Iddrisu has made sense. I can't wear a bulletproof when my sons and daughters are in the schools wearing only shirts over hungry bellies and fearful hearts. Powerful. Emphasis mine. But he said in another vein that his bodyguard was wearing that. Interesting, isn't it? So the bodyguard can at least stand in front of him and take all the bullets for him. So it's almost like he's wearing it himself, isn't it? But he has made a very important point. Let's leave the guns, the police, the army, the bulletproofs out of our institutions, our schools, educational institutions. No child, no student can learn in peace, study in peace with all these atrocious weapons around them. That's why Haruna Iddrisu rejected the Bawku bulletproof. The most dangerous bulletproof in the world is the Bawku bulletproof. It's not a normal bulletproof. On a more serious note, my brother, my sister, we don't need bulletproofs in this time if we have no guns. If nobody pulls a gun, there's no need for a bulletproof. You know what we need? If we need any bulletproof at all, then we need economic bulletproofs. What we need in Ghana right now, they are not bulletproofs against weapons, guns. We need bulletproofs that are economic bulletproof against all external shocks, so our economy can blossom. Is the black pots, aka Kokushonomo. And here we speak truth to power. Spread the message. We have returned and we are here for good. Yeah? All right, let's look at the final comments and then we'll be saying bye-bye to you for the day. Today I'm a little tired, having flown for so many hours all the way from Entebbe International Airport through the Jomo Kenyatta Airport, where I took some time, and then finally at the Ghana Airport, Yeah, but we are doing what is needful. I've missed you so much. Comments! Okay. So Yunus Mohammed says, watching you live from Aflau. Tompo says, tradition is tradition, but we must not force others to be part of it. Wow, I love that. Noah Bijimba says, hello, Blakk. Good evening to you and your cherished listeners and viewers. I'm watching live from Gushao. Some people say Gushegu. I forgive you. You are not from the area, so you don't know the pronunciation. Like I've been struggling to pronounce Aflau all these years. That's the beauty of togetherness, right? Gushao in the northern region. Joseph Latter says, I am watching you live from Sunyani. Some people say Sunyani. I remember I used to say Sunyani. Say, oh, Masa. Say, Sunyani. And they said, Kano Sunyai? 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 Mbe Oli says, Rasta, I bring you greetings from Namvle. Until customs and traditions are repeated always, newer generations will never miss a lot. Yes, it's good for customs and traditions to be repeated and all that, but those that were relevant in the days and no more relevant should be cut off. Should we continue slaughtering people to go with our chiefs? Mbeoli. If you say yes, then I'm waiting for the next king to die so we come for your head. I hope you get it. There are some that are outmoded. In the days they did it for some reasons. We don't have to keep doing them. Okay. All right. More comments coming in. Send them via YouTube and also via Facebook. And then this is Ezekiel. Titus Nitete says, Black Rasta Mua Fire. Isa Yesu says, preach Black. Mami Ekwia Iale Fando says, I've watched your old videos and I love it. Salute. Love you. The message never gets old, right? Adedeji Latif says, God bless you, my father. Long life. Tompo says, my brother Blakk, why must we Ghanaians be received non-Ghanaians deportees from America? It's interesting, isn't it? They are deporting people from America. They are bringing them to Ghana. There were some other people are busily trying to go to America. Tompo, it's okay. That means Ghana is developing. It happened with Uganda. I beg your pardon, Rwanda. They are not bringing them for free. They are coming with packages. It will help our economy grow. They won't take those deportees to Afghanistan. They bring them to countries that have a certain leverage. McDonald Ashley says, continue the good job. God Almighty keep you and protect you. Love and respect. All right? Yeah, Tompo says, my brother Blakk, I love the way you respond to insults. Oh, what a nice gentleman. Nice one, bro. Oh, some of these insults. My beard is now growing white. Oh, so, this, you'll be surprised. This guy here will see me at the mall. Say, hey, Blakk, kukusho, nemo. Hey, kuchoko. And come and even take a photo with you and all that. And they are fans. All of them are fans. Sometimes they want to be seen, so they come with that kind of nonsense. But it doesn't make sense. Ola Nla Sik says SK from Nigeria. Blakk, love you. Rashid Aite says Black Rasta is truly your friend. He has shut the wallet. He has shut the wallet. Which friend? Rashid Aite says Black Rasta is a true friend. Shatawale. Black Rasta is a true friend. Shatawale. Well, I want to understand that you are saying that Shatawale is my true friend. Yeah, he's my very good friend. Yeah, but he's not beyond criticism, just like me. Yeah, people criticize me too. Benazu says, watching live from Amsterdam. Some people say Ganjadam. Yeah, all right. More comments coming in. Benazu, thank you so much for joining us. Solo P SKB says, Black Rasta, you always been my favorite because of the boldness in you. Keep giving it to them. Thank you. Ibramal, hey, long time no see. Welcome, Black. Watching you live in the comfort of my home. Love you always. Thank you, Ibramal. He's been a big follower and fan and disciple from way back. Robert Pala says, you've been my man since you were in Takra. The consistency is the magic. Thank you, Robert. And please recommend us to other people so they can be part of this tribal saga. Hail, Black Rasta. He says, salute. And he brings an emoji that is saluting. Yeah. And then, who is this? Gesu Aginpang Acha. Powerful name. More fire, Black Rasta. Geoffrey Lamte says, my admiration for your honesty and realness is enormous. Continue speaking truth to power. Watching you live from Texas. So you see, somebody says you are truthful, you are honest. Another man says, you are a hypocrite because you are talking about Bawumia. Which is which? Tom Paul says, I don't need any apology from any politician, but I need actions. That's all. Joseph Latte says, Canada, Japan will unseat Bawumia. Simple. That's what that one said. Don't deal. Senor Kege says, God bless the good job watching you from London. Hey, big up London. London. I'll be in London, I think 2 weeks from now, right? For just a day. And then I'll go somewhere else. Kobe Jones says, great job, brethren. Felix Kwamla Fiabu says, good evening, Black Rasta. I don't really understand something here. Why is it possible to receive ex-convicts who are not citizens of Ghana into our country? Okay, so he's talking to us from home. Yeah, it's okay. You remember in the days of Mahama, they brought some people, they said we're from Afghanistan, they were terrorists and blah, blah, blah. But it came out that they were actually put in prison and there was nothing really against them like that. They brought them here. They have been with us. Some of them have married our sisters. They are giving us Afghan Ghanaians and all that. It's okay. The way Ghanaians are, no matter how dangerous you are, if you enter into this country, you become calm. We resonate some kind of peace. And again, it's a commercial thing. When they bring them here, they give us money. We collect money. Because when they bring them, we ask them for light bill, water bill, accommodation, road bill, air bill, tax. They give us money. Rwanda was doing it. He's still doing it, taking money. Zizu Brown says, Bawumia is not an option for Ghana. We rather make Lil Wayne the president rather than Bawumia. In fact, if you put Lil Wayne and Bawumia, I'll go for Lil Wayne. He's a better comedian than Bawumia. That's all. Billion says, that's culture and heritage. So we should continue slaughtering people to follow the chiefs and kings. It's good, right? Should continue shooting, testing guns on each other at Bugun Festival. It's okay, right? Joshua Kosobo, even Depot, now they have stopped going naked. Those days, breasts, we used to go there and watch breasts. Pa, 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 pa. There was a song, Oya Ninoko, Nanile, Tomya. Oya Finoko, Nanile, Tomya, Tomya. Then you see the breasts flapping, pa, pa, pa. Especially those with the nipples, the big nipples. Those, Nafinoko, Nanile. Then some crazy people with too much book long, they say, oh, this is indecent. And then they started putting calabash there. Who's going to watch calabash? I want to see, yeah. After all, it's tradition, isn't it? No, Bob says tradition. Tradition must evolve with time. That is the answer. Oh, yes. Regina Adole says, hello, Black Rasta. This is very primitive, a primitive way of thinking. What a country, for God's sake. Belinda Njakwi says, more fire. Arwar Sadak Larry says, may Allah bless you, Black Rasta. Amen. Stephen Jackson says, oh, my brother, please don't say that, because even we, the Ashantis, most of us are Ntafo. He's just saying his mind. Please, no insult. Who is that saying his mind? I don't really get it, but I know what it is. Babangida Ibrahim says, Black Rasta, Mu of Fire, who said the use of Yaru all the way from Atlanta. They say Atlanta. Black Rasta, I am addicted to your show. For the last few days that you've been away, I felt like I was sick. You are great. Oh, salute. In fact, but I think we kept you going with some stories that we did just before I left. We brought you those stories and, but yeah, sometimes. Thank you so much, Rasiaro. Love. And what's that? Larry says, these people that chop Bawumia stolen money, we are coming after them. JC Oop says, I am an MPP, but I can tell you that Nana Addo is not sick. For he has heard that Mahama is about to prosecute him. And he's Baolaya. So he's playing victim so that Ghanaians will sympathize with him. That is also possible. Because these guys are crooks. Look at that guy. That guy who has run away. Kenuforiata. No, Bob says, I want to know what Bawumia is apologizing for now. Me too, I want to know. Yes. And Wasada says, keep opening their nyash, Black Rasta. They say, when wind blow, foul in nyash will show. Nigeria people, they talk that. Yes. Ofori Kwame says, Black, you are too much. I wish we could watch you all day. And then Gold Frenzy says, Black Rasta. Keep fire blazing every time. No, Bob says, the Chevy ritual murder case. You remember that case, right? The Chevy ritual. You remember that case? Ah! One day we'll talk about that in the African history class. Ken Colley says, fire. Ah, and then Dog Dagati, G Dog Dagati says, Black, you said it all. Respect for always speaking the truth. And then here we are, Gesu Agingpang Achap says, more fire, Black Rasta. And then, okay, I think we've read these messages. We've read them. Yes, we've read these messages. Ibrahim says, welcome back, Black, watching you live here from the comfort of my home. We've read these messages as well. And then, yeah, and then Misiga. Misiga is a place in the Bawku area, Misiga. I used to have a girlfriend from there, very nice, beautiful girl. She was my spiritual wife. We married in the spirit. Kusasi will vote for Haruna. The Gombes accept Kusasis. Haruna is welcome. In fact, try and avoid some of these tribal comments. Right now, we are looking for peace between the Kusasis and the Mampusis and everybody. I wish you had said Bawku will vote for Haruna. But once you start mentioning tribes, we would have problems. I hope you understand, Mr. Saloon. Please, please. Maybe you didn't mean what is coming out as. Try and keep it. When we have peace, then we can play again. Roland Tapang says, where have you been lately? I was in Uganda, Kampala. I also went to Jinja. Oh, Lord. He says, Black Rasta, Bawku is NDC. He's home. All right, that comment is okay. Richmond Ade, he says, certainly, we do not need police, military in our schools. We need good teachers, good facilities, books, modern computers, and decent environment. Richmond, this is deep. Look at the message. Deep. And on that deep note, I want to say thank you so much. Forgive me if the energy has not been strong enough. I flew all the way from Entebbe, dressed the way I'm dressed like that, in my shorts and my shirt like that. On normal days, I will always have my African print on and all that, So we'll come back tomorrow with full energy. Until then, I love you for loving me. Please subscribe to the channel. Keep sharing. Yes. And return to the stories. We're going to cut them and post them back so you can share to friends and loved ones. In fact, recently YouTube congratulated us and told us, hey, you guys are doing the right thing. And the channel is, flying good, all because of you. This year we shall build our own TV station, and it's all because of your support. Keep sharing the message. All the wonderful people on the platform. We love you. This is the most credible. The Minister of State sent me a message when I was in Uganda, said, Black Rasta, that now everywhere I pass on social media is Black Empire Media. I say, it's because of the people here. They know where the truth is. Ghanaians are not silly. They will listen to your lies, but when they want something refreshing, they go for the truth. This is the headquarters of the truth. If you say you agree with what I'm saying, at least try and get 5 people to subscribe to this channel. Make sure they subscribe. And you'll be speaking truth to power yourself. This has been the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power from the headquarters of the truth. My name is Black Rasta. Hiya! Hoyo! Hoyo! Come on! Come on!